Hello guys, this is Devin, I'm back, and I'm going to be teaching you how to solve Rubik's Cube today. First I will give a demonstration, then I will tell you how to do it. So first I'm going to give it a good mix-up. This is authentic mix-up. Okay, I think that's a pretty good mix-up. So now I'm going to show you guys my way of solving it. Here we go. Almost done. Here we go. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this. I'm going at a little slow tempo, just so you guys can see all what I'm doing. And there we have our solved 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now this is a different Rubik's Cube. It's a Transformers edition. So it's a little bit different than the regular one. It's very smooth. I have no idea why it's so smooth. I haven't lubricated it or anything. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you guys how to solve it. Okay guys, so I'm going to teach you how to solve it. So the first thing we need to do is we need to mix up the cube. So now, if yours is already mixed up and you can't figure out how to do it, then that's good for you. You are going to solve it in this video. So I'm going to take it through slowly, and if you want to pause this video at any time, rewind. That is happy. I'll be right there waiting. Okay, so once you've had yours thoroughly mixed up, what you need to do is you need to know some things about the cube, okay? So, as I do some sequences of moves, I'm going to be saying names. So, you need to know the faces of the cube. This face, for example, is right, and this face is front, this face is top or up, this face is down, this face is left, and I'm not going to be using the back face because I will be turning the cube. And that will either become the front, the right, or the left face. When I turn it, the back face becomes the right face. So, for what you need to know also is you need to know the centers. Each are different. There are 6 different centers, and they each have different colors. And the centers, no matter how you turn the cube, the centers don't move. If you watch the white center, no matter how I try and turn it, it won't move. but the other pieces do. But that's because those centers are fixed in place. For example, and you need to memorize, white is upside down of yellow. Blue is upside down of green. Red is upside down of orange. And those are the 6 faces, or the centers. So what we're going to do is you're going to flip it over to the yellow side, okay? And you're going to be looking for white edges that are on the opposite side. And you're going to bring those white edges to the top. So for this example, this white edge is over here. We're going to bring it up into the yellow center face. So you bring it up there, and you don't pay attention to the corners also. So one white edge is in there. Next we have a white edge up here. Now, it's already on there, but it's not in, the white part isn't on the yellow side. So what we need to do is we need to bring it down to the side, so that way we can move it up into the yellow face. And we don't have a white edge there, so we're not destroying anything. Now you look for another white edge. Here we have another one. Now you see, we can't bring it up like this because that doesn't make it on top. And if we bring it up like we did the other time to move it up into the yellow layer, you'll see that it destroys this white edge. So what we need to do is we need to turn the top until we find an empty slot, okay? Then we can bring it up, but as you can see, if we move it in, it destroys what we already have. So we need to turn the top again so we have an open slot to where we're going to put it. Then we can place it in. Now the next white edge is not on any of these faces. That must mean it's on the bottom. There it is. It's on the very bottom. So since it's on the bottom, that means we can twist it 180 degrees and it will be on the top. But as you can see, that messed up that edge. So we got to find an empty slot. And then we can rotate it 180 degrees. And now we've got your white cross on the yellow, or as you would call it, a daisy. Okay, once you've got the daisy, what you're going to do is you're going to transfer the white edges to the white side, but also have them matched up with their centers. Here's what I mean. We have a blue edge right here, white blue edge. It's matched up with this blue center. Since it's already matched up, this means we will rotate the face 180 degrees, and that will make the edge on the white side. Now, this edge, however, is not matched up to its center. So that means we must turn the bottom half until we find the center. There it is. White-red matching with the red center. That means we turn it 180 degrees. Now we look for another center. This one, again, is not matched. So we turn it, we found one. Rotate it 180 degrees, and you do that for every single white edge on the top. Here's another one. It happens to be already matched up. Let's just turn it 180 degrees. Now, once you've done that and there are no more white edges, you flip the cube over, and now you've got your white cross on the top, and if you look, they're matched up with their centers. Good for you. Okay, next step we're going to do is we're going to line the white corners, and we are going to insert them into the white space. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a corner that is in the bottom. We're going to hold the white on the up face, white center, and we're going to look for any white centers or corners on the down face. So here's one. It is the white, green and orange corner. So what we're going to do is, it could be anywhere on here. We've got to see the white, green, and orange. We've got to match it up to its correct centers. And so we got to figure out where it should be. This one is white, green, and orange. White, green, and orange center. That must mean this corner right here goes right up here. So once we've lined it up underneath it, we have to insert it in. How we do that is, whichever side it's going in, if this corner is on the right side or left, we move it the opposite side is on. So if it's on the left side, we move it to the right. Okay, so it's right here. Then we bring down the side that we want it to go in. We move it back in and move that whole side back up. And look, we've just inserted that corner in. Then we do the same process for all the corners. looks like we don't have any more corners on the bottom layer. That was mean we have to go to some extremes. So we see we have this corner in the top layer. How we do that, how we bring it down is, if we bring it down, you'll notice we destroy what we already have on the white, and this moves it on the bottom layer. We don't want that. So what we've got to do is we've got to bring it down a way so that you're either going to bring it down this way or this way. This way puts it in the bottom layer. That means we can actually fit it in once we've gotten it out. So once we move it down to the bottom layer, we move it out of the way so it doesn't affect this going back up. But if we moved it out of the way the other way, it's right here, it would get turned onto the bottom layer, and we don't want that. So we're going to move it out of the way this way, move it back up. We haven't destroyed any of our top, and we still have it on the bottom layer now. So now we line it up to the white, red, and green centers, white, red, green. Now we move it out of the way to the right and insert it in, just like that. Now for this corner on the bottom, what we've got to do is we've got to line it up to its centers, white, red, and blue. Blue, white, that's orange, so we got to do the red one. Now you got to pretend like the white is on this side or this side. Just pretend, insert it in like you normally would. I'm going to do it this way. So you insert it in, it's up there. Now you see it's on the top there. That means we can bring it down like I just showed you. Move it. If we move it this way and move it back up, that doesn't work because it puts it on the bottom again. So we got to move it out of the way the other way and bring it back up. Now we line it up to its centers. There we go, and we insert it back in. If it's on the right side, move it to the left, bring down the right side, move it back in and up. Now here's another corner on the bottom layer. Match it up, white, blue, and orange. White, blue, orange, there we go. Insert it in like we normally would. Then we bring it down from the top layer. Now we know that there's only one left. This one has to go right there, so we don't even have to look at the centers. And we insert it in like we normally would. And now you have all the edges matched up and the top layer done. Alright, so now I'm going to teach you how to insert the second layer edges. So what you want to do is you want to hold the yellow side on the front and the white side on the back. Now what you're going to do for this one is you're going to look for a non-yellow edge. This means if this has yellow, this edge is not, you are not going to pay attention to this edge. This edge, it has yellow on the top side, you're not going to pay attention to it. This edge, however, has blue and red. We are going to pay attention to that. What we're going to do is we got to hold the edge on the front, line the top color up to its corresponding center, like so. Blue is matching with the blue, and you should have a complete line. Now what you do is you look at the other color, not the top color, but the one closest to you, and you see which side is that center on. This is red. That's the orange one. That's the red center over there. So now what we've got to do is we've got to move it. So since the red, you're going right to left, you're going to move it left to right. The bottom layer left to right. Bring down the left side that you're switching, move it back in, and move it back up. That's all you got to do. But you noticed our corner is out of place right here. That means we've got to move it out of the way to the left since it's on the right, and we fix it like we normally would. And now you'll see that we just moved that edge right in there. And we haven't messed up anything else. Good. Now we find another non-yellow edge. This one, for example. We line it up to its center, like that. Now we see which side is the green on. It's not on the blue side, but it's on this side. Now we move it to the right. Since it's going right to left, we move it left to right. Bring down the left side, move it back in, move it back up. Then we fix the corner like we normally would. And there we have that edge in. And we look for another non-yellow edge. Here's another one, orange and blue. Blue's right over here. Move it this way, back in and up. Now we fix the corner like we normally would. And these edges, hopefully I have one. This one, like this. You see, this edge, if I have no other yellow edges, they're all yellow, but still the second layer is almost solved, but this one is not. And if you look, these two are flipped around wrong. That means we've got to substitute in a yellow edge. Pretend that this one is the right edge, okay? It can be any yellow edge, doesn't matter. We just put it in like we normally would, okay? So we put it in like we normally would, and we fix the corner. Just like that. Now what we do, now we have the non-yellow edge down here, so we can match it up and insert it in. Now, so a situation that I did not have happen is that, let me see if I can get one here. I'm doing the same thing, but opposite. So here again, here's another example. Do that. And once you have no more yellow edges and the second layer is complete, you have just done F2L, or first two layers. Okay guys, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold the yellow on the top face, and you're going to want to see how much you're going to forget about all the yellow corners. Don't even put those in your mind. Just picture the yellow center and the yellow edges, okay? Because you're going to try and get the yellow cross, okay? So I'm going to give you all situations that you could have, okay? So let me get to them. So first of all, you could have a line, okay? You could have just a dot, okay? You could have an L like this, or you could have full cross already, but we don't want that. I will teach you how to actually. So first of all, what you're going to do is, if you have the yellow L like this, you're going to make it so it's backwards. One's pointing up and one's pointing left. So you're going to hold the yellow on your top face and do this sequence of moves, okay? It's pretty easy to remember. So you're going to do front, right, top, right inverted, top inverted, front inverted, just like that. And now you will see you have a line, and you have not messed up any other part of your cube. Now once you have the line, what we're going to do is you're going to hold it so the line is horizontal. It's like a hill, flat. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the exact same thing, okay? Front, right, top, right inverted, top inverted, front inverted. And I just got really lucky and had the entire yellow on there. That will probably not happen to you. Now, what you're going to do is you should have the yellow cross after that. But there's one situation I did not cover. If you have just a yellow dot, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to do that exact same sequence I just told you, and that will get you to the L, and then you can continue from there, okay? Okay guys, I'm back, and now we're going to learn how to get the yellow edges placed right, like this. We have the yellow matched up to the green center, orange matched up to orange, blue matched up blue, red matched up red. I'm going to teach you how to do that. So let me get it so mine is not like that. Okay, so here it is. You will most of the time have one edge solved, like this, okay? With red edge solved, and you'll have none of the other ones solved. It could be any color. What we're going to do is, for this sequence of moves, you're only going to be moving the right face and the top face. That's it. And it's not that long, so don't worry. You're not going to have to do memorizing any part of the cube pretty much for this. It's just a few moves. So here we go. is right, top, right inverted, top, right invert, right, top twice, and right inverted. And now you'll see that if you still have none of the edge matched up, you should still have that one matched up. That means you hold the solved one towards you, and you do the exact same thing. Right, top, right inverted, top, right, top twice, right inverted. And now all your edges should be matched up. Now there are a couple other situations, and I will cover those. Okay, next situation. You could have an L of solved ones. So like, for example, green and red could be solved, and blue and orange are not. What you do is you hold the green and red ones, one front of you and one right of you. So one front and one right. Then you do the same thing, right, top, right inverted, top, right, top twice, right inverted. And then you move the top one more time, and all the edges are solved. Now there is one more situation, and this is a little bit more confusing than the others. Oh, here we have it. So if you have one edges opposite of each other like this, blue and green, or it could be red and orange, and red and orange, the other two edges aren't solved, you do that same algorithm, right, top, right inverted, top, right, top twice, right inverted, and now you'll have the L, and you can go ahead and solve it from there. And we have the edges solved. Okay, now once you have your edges solved, we are going to position the right corners, the yellow corners, correctly. What you're going to do is you're going to look for a corner that's positioned correctly. And what I mean by that is like this one. We have yellow center, orange center, green center. It's not in the right spot flipped around, but it is in the right place. So what you're going to do is you could either have one, none, or all of them. Now this one is not, because orange, blue, yellow, these are not orange and blue, so it's not in the right place. This one, however, is. If there's one, you're going to hold it on your right side, and if there's none, you can just hold the cube anyway. So I'm going to hold the one I have solved on the right side, or the one that's in the right place, and you're going to do these moves. This is how I remember it. You go towards the right with the top face, then you go, since you went towards the right, you go up with the right, you go back towards the left, since you went towards the left, you go up left, go back towards the right with the top, since you went towards the right, you move the right down, so go back towards the left, since you went towards the left, you move the left back down, and that's it. Towards the right up, towards the left up, towards the right down, towards the left down. That's all it is. Now you see if you have all of your corners in the right spot. Mine are. We have red, green, yellow, orange, green, yellow, blue, orange, yellow. And this one is actually solved already. So what you're going to do is you might have to do that sequence of moves I just taught you twice. So you could either have one corner solved like this, two corners solved opposite of each other, two corners solved right next to each other, or you could have all of them solved, or none. So what you do is if you have one solved, you're going to hold it on the left closest to you. If you have two solved, you're going to hold them right. If you have two solved next to each other, hold them on the left side of the cube. If you have two opposite of each other, make sure you're holding one in the bottom left, like this one. So then you're going to do a 4-step move. It's just like this. Down. So, well, I call it down, but really it's right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Right inverted, down inverted, right, down. You're just going to keep doing this until you've got that yellow corner in the right spot, like this. Now, it looks like it's messing up your cube, you know, but it's not. You'll see why. Now, once you have that corner solved, you're going to turn it top, not inverted, but just up, until you have an unsolved corner there. Now, if you had two opposite each other, you'd turn it twice, because that one would already be solved. But in my case, I just have to turn it once, and there's another unsolved corner. So I'm just going to keep on doing that sequence: right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down, right inverted, right, down. And now we have that corner in. I'm going to do the very last corner. Here it is. And you either have to do the sequence twice or 4 times. So here, I'll do it again. Right inverted, right, down. And we'll just keep doing that. And make sure once you finish the corner, you finish off that down move. And then you turn the top until you have your solved 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Comment if you want more of this stuff. I could teach you tutorials on different cubes. I know my Minecraft videos are going to be coming out soon, if I get the right materials. So just stay tuned for that. Subscribe. Post comments on this video if there's anything I missed or if there's anything you think I could change. Thank you guys, and that's it. I'll see you later.